Stay tuned to the very end to see who the winner of the second Gimme Them Comics giveaway is. You won't be disappointed.
Hey, welcome to Collector's Confessions, and don't forget, for this video, stay to the end for our giveaway.
Listen to Lord Vader. So in this episode, we're going to be unveiling the mysteries of the 20 back Star Wars cards. If you watched our previous Star Wars video, we talked about the first line, which were the 12 backs.
Yep.
The next thing to come out are the 20 backs.
Yeah, and if I'm not mistaken, this came out pretty soon after.
Very soon after.
The first wave, right?
So, welcome back, Star Wars fans. Welcome back, Collector's Confession fans. If this is the first time with us, welcome. If you would like to subscribe, please subscribe. It's a very easy hit of a button for you, and it helps us out immensely.
Yep.
Today, we are going to delving into a corner of the Star Wars universe that even some hardcore fans might not be aware of. Star Wars 20 backs.
From Kenner's Star Wars collection comes the Stormtrooper, the Sand People, and all 20 action figures, including new Hammerhead, Snaggletooth, and more, each sold separately. And now, Boba Fett, Star Wars villain with his laser rifle. Boba Fett is not yet available in stores, but you can get him free with 4 proofs of purchase from any Star Wars action figures. Details on specially marked packs at participating stores. Offer ends May 31st. Star Wars action figures sold separately from Kenner.
Before we dive into the details, let's start with the basics. What are Star Wars 20 backs?
I don't know.
You don't know?
No, not really sure. I mean, I think I have an idea.
Okay.
Based on our 12-back video.
Okay.
But, yeah.
So the first line of figures were 12. There were 12 figures in the first line. Check back. There's going to be a link right up here to our video on the 12 backs. Next, they released 8 additional figures that constituted the 20 back. And it refers to packaging. It's like the second wave of Star Wars action figures released in late 1978. The card backs displayed the first 20 figures in the Star Wars action figure line. The first 12 plus these additional 8. Right?
Okay.
You following along?
So this is first and second wave.
Yes, this is both.
Gotcha.
The first wave also appears on 20 backs, as well as the second wave, which is 8 figures.
Right.
So let's take a closer look at some of the examples of the iconic 20 back cards. Each card features a stunning piece of artwork showcasing our beloved characters. And on the back, you can find a checklist of available figures at the time. Let's look at the new 8 figures first, then we'll look at the different variants to the card backs.
Okay.
So in the 20 back cards, the new 8 figures were Hammerhead, Greedo, Walrus Man, Snaggletooth. All 4 of those characters are from the Cantina scene.
Now, there was also around the same time a Cantina playset that was released with some of those figures, yes?
Sears, yes.
Yes.
A Sears playset. And the difference in that one was the Snaggletooth wasn't small and red.
I had the tall blue.
He was tall and blue, and he is worth thousands of dollars now.
Yeah.
Any idea where he is?
No clue.
That's a good, nice gift from your parents.
Yeah, no clue.
Good. The next 4 figures were R5-D4.
He's got a bad motivator.
I know.
Yeah.
Death Star Droid, the Power Droid, or the Gonk Droid, and Luke in his X-Wing uniform. That's the second Luke figure.
I love that figure.
Me too. That's one of the first figures I remember. I have a problem with this second wave. They included 3 very obscure droids in the line. R5-D4 is in the movie for seconds. The Death Star Droid is probably less than that, and the Gonk Droid is probably even less than that.
Oh, you have to be eagle-eyed to find the Death Star Droid.
But think about that from this perspective as a kid. If you're buying figures that you have, that you saw in the movie, there were so many other figures in the Cantina that they could have done at some point that they never did.
That's true.
And they never did Uncle Owen and Aunt Beru.
No.
Never in the original Star Wars series did they do that.
I understand why. Like, look at it from a marketing standpoint. Uncle Owen and Aunt Beru are not going to sell as well as that cool-looking Death Star droid. He was just cool-looking.
He was cool-looking.
I think that's what it is. Like, you're 5, 6 years old. You see the Death Star droid, you're like, that's cool.
Yeah, but
I just want that.
the Power Droid, the Gonk Droid, is not cool-looking.
Yeah, I liked it anyway. I had that one.
My guess is that in the first wave, R2-D2 and C-3PO sold very well.
Oh, I'm sure.
And they wanted additional, they wanted additional droids in there. And I don't think that there's another droid in the series until that medical droid, the blue medical
Empire
droid.
Strikes Back, yeah.
'Cause-
Or what was the one with the telescoping head with the arms?
What?
Wasn't he before the medical droid? The one you
Oh,
just
yes, I did. You're right, I did buy that. Yes.
I can't remember his name.
That's Empire Strikes Back also.
Yeah.
But we'll get to that when we get to the next wave.
Right. But I think just robot toys just sell
Sell better.
well. Yeah.
And
they always have.
And that's it's interesting to see because in the if you remember the first wave, and we'll talk a little about it here, it's the stars. It's Darth Vader, Stormtroopers,
Sure.
Luke, Leia, Han, Chewbacca, R2D2,
Lots of screen time.
C3PO. This next one is a huge drop
Well,
in the characters.
I think the definitely the Cantina creatures were big because that scene was mind blowing at the time.
Right.
Rick Baker's effects in that scene.
But
really
okay, so all right.
Everyone talked
So-
about. That's what everyone talked about was that Cantina scene.
So there you go. So right there. So that's the Cantina scene.
Yeah.
So in the Cantina scene, I would say the most recognizable character in the Cantina scene is Walrus Man, who was called in the credits. Not called Walrus Man in the
He's Ponda Baba.
Ponda Baba.
Yeah.
But they never do the guy with him.
No, the doctor. What's his name? Oh, I can't remember. He's the doctor, killer, right? A murderer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He never gets part of the line. Why?
Yeah.
Think that to me that I
Yeah,
never
it's kinda
because
weird.
when I was a kid playing, I was like, I can't do that
You
scene
can't reenact that scene.
because you're missing a major character.
Yeah.
And even like as insane as I am, like the bartender, like why don't I have the bartender to
The
do
bartender.
the R5D4 who's in his scene? I want to redo that whole canteen scene. And and again, I'm sorry, I don't really know some of the names. The devil-looking character, that
Yeah, I
character
can't
was
remember his name. It
awesome
starts with an S, I
looking.
think. Yeah.
Why didn't they do
I don't know.
him?
I don't know. He did come out later for another
Not
line.
not
Not that.
They end up putting out every one
Everybody.
of the Cantina figures.
bartender.
Not the bartender. Get on that. Or
Hasbro.
B. Arthur. That too. Get on that. That's coming soon. We will definitely. No, that was Harvey Korman. Whipster. We're definitely doing a video on the. Our Christmas video is going to be
need a character,
Star Wars Christmas.
a figure of him,
We
right?
could probably find
Hasbro.
a custom. We're definitely doing a Star Wars Christmas. So if you are a fan of Star Wars Christmas, or if you're not a fan, subscribe because we're definitely doing that. Now, what makes a Star Wars 20 back so special in Star Wars lore is its rarity. Many collectors consider them to be highly sought after because they are only produced for a limited time, right? We get the 12 backs, then we get the 20 backs, then we get a 21 back, which comes out shortly after. You might also be surprised to learn that there are variants of the 20 backs.
Well, wait, now who's the extra one? Is it Boba Fett?
It's Boba Fett.
Okay, all right.
So Boba Fett is initially
Exciting to
released,
send away
right?
for him.
Boba Fett is initially released as a mail away. And Star Wars, the original Star Wars series is very, very well known for doing mail-aways.
Yes.
Not just figures, but also accessories too. And Boba Fett's the first one.
Just for some of you younger people out there, that was when we would mail something to a company.
Well, we had to cut out proofs and
snail mail.
purchases.
And then they would mail it something back to us. And the whole process took between 6, 8, sometimes 10 weeks.
And let's be honest, you forgot at times.
Oh, as a kid, absolutely. I never forgot the Boba Fett, though. I still remember as a kid waiting for him
Waiting
to
for
arrive.
Boba Fett.
And I didn't know who he was.
No, he wasn't.
He wasn't even anybody yet.
And that's the interesting part about Boba Fett being a mail is Boba Fett does not appear in A New Hope.
No, not at all.
So we have no idea who his
not
character is.
originally.
And the first appearance of Boba Fett is
the Star Wars Christmas
the
special.
Star Wars Christmas special in a cartoon. So that's the first time we see him. They released that figure right away. And to be honest, if you really watch The Empire Strikes Back, he's not in it long.
No. I think he's a total of like 5 minutes screen time or something like that. Yeah.
He's not in it really. I mean, nowadays, if you're a fan of Star Wars now, you know Boba Fett, you know his whole story, you know the Mandalorians. It's a big
He got his
deal.
own 12-inch.
When we were a kid, and it had the hair on it. That was, to me, the coolest part.
It's the new Boba Fett Star Wars large-size action figure from Kenner. Darth Vader sold separately.
Capture them alive! I'm the best bounty hunter in the whole galaxy. That's why you got the job.
Boba Fett has a see-through helmet with play rangefinder to locate your objective. You can move his legs, knees, arms, even wrists and elbows. His backpack unit is removable.
You have your mission. Good luck. I don't need luck. I'm the best.
New Boba Fett Star Wars large-size action figure from Kenner. Darth Vader sold separately.
Chewbacca's,
Yeah.
the Wookiee hair on it.
Hair, yeah.
So the mail away is actually key to the variants in the different cards. There are, I believe, 10 different variants to the 20 backs.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And those are American cards. We will also talk about foreign cards before the end of this video, but I just want to look at the variants in the American cards. So the first variant that's been labeled, they're labeled Alpha. So A is, here's what's different about it. And we'll look at each of them as we're talking about it. Mm-hmm. The bottom third of the card shows a new play sets and toys. The prototype forms Land of the Jawas and the Cantina are shown. So it's not the actual ones that are released. It's prototypes, which probably worth a lot of money now if you have the prototypes.
So the dewbacks were on the 20 back cards?
Yes.
Okay, I didn't realize they were so early.
They were early.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Cool figures where they folded in,
oh,
and
the
figure would sit in it.
Side,
it would. No, it wouldn't go on the side. It would go inside.
You know, but they had fake legs on the side to make it look like he was sitting on it.
It looked so good.
Mm-hmm.
B, the same as the 20 back A, but the photo of the creature cantina has been replaced with the actual image of production. Mm. So that's the one you actually sold.
Right. The one that they sold at Sears.
Yeah, the one that they sold at Sears. C has an advertisement for a free Boba Fett figure. Mm-hmm. It's shown at the top 2/3 of the card. The ad shows the rocket being fired.
Yeah.
No other stickers are present on this card.
Yeah. That figure, it's funny, there's a rumor about that figure was sold, but it was never actually sold.
It was never actually sent to anyone. No. Because it wouldn't have been sold.
Prototypes are out there.
It wouldn't have been sold. It would have been mailed to you. So
right.
You weren't paying money for it. You weren't buying it on the shelf. You were mailing away and getting
but what I'm saying is
a rocket firing.
They never released to the public any rocket firing ones. Which is a rumor that they're out there. They're not. But only prototypes are out there.
Do you know why?
Because of the Battlestar Galactica.
Because of the Battlestar Galactica toy. So the rocket firing Boba Fett was actually supposed to fire the rocket on the back.
Yep.
But there was a toy that came out before it from Battlestar Galactica that had the very similar rocket size.
It's a
Cylon ship.
Mm-hmm.
And kids choked on it.
I had it. Mine didn't shoot the rockets out though. It just popped.
Yeah. Oh, because they fixed that too.
I had gotten the pre.
So I'm assuming at some point
choking
one kid choked on it.
One kid. Probably.
And it ruined a whole entire Boba Fett figure.
I don't think he was ruined.
I always wanted to see if there was a way to convert the Boba Fett you had when I was a kid and convert it to actually rocket firing one.
That would take a lot of work.
Right? The next one, D, the free Boba Fett ad is again present, but it's a solid black rounded corner sticker. And it covers the firing rocket.
So
the rocket is not firing anymore. Yeah. Mm-hmm. E, the advertisement for the free Boba Fett appears again, but with a rectangular black sticker covering the illustration of the firing rocket. Additionally, a round red sticker extends the offer until March 31st, 1980. So they had to continue to extend it because they had problems with the actual...
beginning of the new decade.
Yeah. Imagine.
Yeah.
Well, how old were you then? I was 8. I was just going to be 8.
7.
Turning 8.
I was turning 7.
Yep. Mm-hmm. The next one, F, the advertisement for the free Boba Fett appears again, but with a rectangular black sticker covered by a round corner yellow sticker. The sticker contains details of the Boba Fett character.
Nice.
So it tells you actually who he
is. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. G, the ad for the free Boba Fett is again present, but a rounded corner yellow sticker covers the illustration of the firing rocket. The sticker is imprinted with a text introducing the Fett character. I don't know who actually realized this at points.
I was going to say, what?
It's different roundedness, and that's the different...
I mean, I'm obsessive about things, but you assemble these? Oh, my Lord.
Whoever first discovered this.
You're here to the research guy. Yeah.
Nice job.
Good job.
The next one, H, an advertisement for the free Boba Fett again appears, but with a rectangular yellow sticker covering the illustration of the firing rocket. This particular example has a rounded red sticker extending the offer until March 31st, 1980. Mm-hmm. So not yellow, this time it's red, right? Red and red? No, it's the same one. Just extends it.
Right.
J was a little bit different. A sticker showing an ad for the secret Star Wars action figure. It was Bosk.
That early?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I guess that makes sense.
If it's Boba Fett.
Well, yeah, because that... Empire Strikes Back came out the summer of 1980.
Yeah.
So, yeah, okay, that makes sense.
So we start seeing them. It covers the top 2/3 of the card, and it is placed over the previously printed Boba Fett offer. So they actually just put a sticker over the Boba Fett, and now you can get this secret figure.
Nice.
That was I collected, honestly, at this point, I collected like a fiend. I do not remember a mail-away Bosk.
Me neither. No, I had no idea.
So,
no idea.
I was trying to do research to figure out. I did a lot of research for this one.
Yeah.
I couldn't figure out which of these is the rarest. My guess is this Bosk one.
Probably the mail-away Bosk, I guess.
That's my guess,
Can you
too.
tell the difference between it and a regular store-bought Bosk figure? I wonder. We'd have to look that up.
You'd have to have it in the, if it came like in the bag with the box, that's the only way to tell the difference.
Oh, but there's no actual variant in the figure.
No, there's no variant of the figure. No, I'm saying that the variant of the cards has to be the one with the Bosk sticker on it.
Okay. That's interesting.
If you're lucky enough to come across one of these in good condition, they can fetch a pretty penny in the collector's market.
I can imagine.
I advise buying it. It is not just about the monetary value. The 20 backs represent a piece of Star Wars history. They were among the first items available to fans when the Star Wars phenomenon really blew up. Mm-hmm. When buying Star Wars carded figures, here are the things you really should look for. Authenticity. Make sure you have an actual 20 back. People are able to copy these now. In modern times, you can make a fake Star Wars card and it will look very real.
Right.
So know who you're buying it from is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Condition is key. The better condition it is, the more expensive it's going to be and the more value it's going to gain. So make sure that the corners aren't worn, make sure that the bubble is crisp and not cracked and not yellowing. And finally, the rarity. The more rare a carded figure is, the more expensive it's going to be. There's some really rare ones in that assortment. We believe the Bosk one is the most rare.
I can imagine it's
if you know which one it is, let us know which one it is. I couldn't really find any kind of numbers on each one of them, how many were sold.
Is there a Turkish one where Bosk is blue?
No. I didn't find any Turkish
I
copies.
stole that blue star figure.
I know.
Man.
We have a short on the blue
that is a cool
Stars
figure.
figures. Check it out. I'll put a link to it at the end of the video
That
too.
is a cool figure.
We aren't done yet. Much like the 12 back figures we discussed in our previous video, 20 backs also have some foreign variants. This is where it gets fun for me.
Yeah.
One of the rarest of the foreign carded 20 backs is a 20 back Boba Fett that was only sold in Canada. So Boba Fett appears on a 20 back. He is not shown on the back of the card.
Yeah.
So
he's in the package, but not on the card.
In the package, but not on the card. You can tell because the back also says Laguero de Escuelas across the top, a bilingual writing throughout. No appearance of Boba Fett on the card back. This card appeared individually in stores and also in a special 9-figure multi-pack that was only available in Canada. I want to see a 9-figure multi-pack in person. I had no idea it existed until I did the research for this. And I know a lot about Star Wars figures. The 3-packs are impossible to find. I have never seen, and we just recently saw the Snide Schnoodle Band. This is the first time I ever saw it.
Yeah, from the original Return of the Jedi run.
I saw it at a Super Jersey Comic Expo. I had never seen that before.
Never even heard of it.
I have never heard of a 9-figure multi-pack from Canada.
Crazy.
If you have one in your collection, we'd love to see a picture. You can email it to us.
If you guys have one or seen one, please.
Email us a picture. We'll do a short on it and credit you.
Definitely,
100% if you have one.
You'll get a tip of the hat from Collectors Conventions.
So let's look at some of the foreign carded figures besides. I'm thinking that this Boba Fett one is probably one of the rarest carded figures out. Much like the 12 backs, the same companies put them out across the world. Toll Toys is the Australian distributor and was responsible for bringing Star Wars products to young Australian children. I find the large Toll Toys logo on the lower card front and extremely attractive. It looks really nice, the Toll Toys logo. Yeah. Setting it apart from the Kenner carded figures.
Mm-hmm. Now those figures were manufactured by Kenner, but
they're manufactured by Kenner. They're distributed by these different. Each country has a different distributor.
Right.
Canada is Kenner. Is the only one that actually is Kenner. Throughout the rest of the world, they send them to a toy. Toll Toys sold so many different toys. They pick up the license for Star Wars.
Yeah.
So Toll Toys, Australia. In France, Meccano Toys, which is a big name in France, they put out a lot of toys, did the 20 back square cards, and they have a very different look to them. What do they call them in?
In French, I think it's and again, I'm guessing here. I think it's La Guerre des Étoiles.
There you go. One of the key ones was the Wookiee name was changed to Chiquataba.
Nice.
So it's not Chewbacca, it's Chiquataba.
I wonder why. Chewbacca must mean or be close to
It
something
must be.
else.
It's the whole French market pronounced it differently. It was also written as Chicktababa.
Weird.
During a very short time frame, so the names are a little bit different. If you remember in the last video, C-3PO was different,
Yes,
R2-D2 was
that's right.
different too. And then this one, Chewbacca was different.
Right.
Because of their cheap quality, seeing a mint Meccano card like this one is always a delight. Also, there were two different Meccano card logos. One had the full logo, one had a little tiny square logo.
Nice.
Some of the French cards were also square, so they weren't rectangular, they were longer and square.
Neat.
Yeah, we're looking at these as we say
Yeah,
this.
that's cool.
The packaging was used in France on the same card format from 1979 to 1982. Unlike some other countries, Meccano kept releasing Star Wars characters on Star Wars square cards even during the Empire line.
Good.
Since they were sold during several years, some of the Cantina aliens can be found with 3 different backs variants. 1978 back, 1979 back with a red logo, and an Empire Strikes Back back.
So somebody out there, your assignment is to buy a Greedo with all 3 backs.
There you go.
There you go.
And Brian will pay for it. These are probably worth, the foreign cards are probably worth a lot of money.
Can you imagine?
Yeah, foreign cards are always,
Yeah.
they're not produced in as many quantities as American cards. Cantina aliens were so popular that they were also found in baggies with the Imperial Trooper transport and were not released under Return of the Jedi packaging, neither tri-logo packaging in France. In Germany and the UK, Paleo Toys distributed the Star Wars figures.
Yeah.
As you can see, this is a Paleo Toy Hammerhead figure. It is a 20 back. The significance of these items lies in the stickers that were placed in the upper right corner. It refers to General Mills, which now owned Kenner, and appears to indicate that it was distributed in Germany.
Nice.
In Italy, Harbert Toys distributed the Star Wars.
It's like the least Italian name.
Yeah, I
I've
know,
ever heard.
right?
Harbor.
I'm guessing it's not an Italian company. Cards are the same as the Kenner US cards, except Harbert logo and Star Wars is in Italian.
I'm not even going to try.
Not even gonna try?
No.
You're gonna try to say Star Wars in Italian?
No, forget it. I can't.
I have never personally owned a foreign Star Wars card or bought one. I might.
It's one of those things I never would even thought of. You know, I don't know why.
We would not have had access as a
no,
kid.
even now, as an adult, when you're saying all this, I'm thinking, of course, there were.
Of course, there were foreign cards.
You know.
Everyone
But
loves
I
Star
never
Wars.
really would have thought of it.
Nope.
You know? It's fun.
That's what we do here. We make everyone say,
Oh yeah.
We bring back nostalgia and we make you think of things that you never knew existed.
You get a nice. Oh yeah. Right?
Yes. I hope you enjoyed this second in our Star Wars series of videos. We will be doing the next one, which I believe is the 32 backs, if I remember correctly. Just like, subscribe, make sure you give us a comment and let us know that you are enjoying these and you want to see the next one. But before we go, we would like to reveal the winner of our second Gimme Dem Comics giveaway.
Gimme Dem Comics.
Let's spin the wheel. And the winner is Mark I Flash.
Oh.
Mark I Flash, email us at
collectorsconfessions@gmail.com.
and we will mail the stack of comics to you. As a bonus, we will be mailing the stack from the first giveaway also. We had a little issue with the person who won the last one. He was in the Philippines and it was going to cost us like $120 to ship to him. So we ended up just sending him a PayPal so he can buy his own comics and the ones that we sent him. So we actually took care of him, but the shipping was it was not cost effective to ship to the Philippines. I had no idea it was that expensive to ship.
Well, there is an island.
It was
Yeah.
it was the
Series
most,
of
and I've shipped stuff all over the world. I have never seen the cost of shipping comic books to be as expensive as this was.
Well, that's why you see all those offers about, shipping things within just the continuous 48.
Listen, if you're not from the 48 states, we'll work something out.
We'll try.
We
try
probably won't mail these comics, but you'll get something from us.
Yeah.
Just like our last one was. But Mark, you're getting it's a nice stack of comics from the last 2 giveaways.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks for watching.
Love what you collect.
Collect what you love. We'll see you next time.
Go out and buy those 3 different French hammerheads.